Man, it feels really good to be 1-0. I don't believe we've been 1-0 since 2019. That's correct. Um, and the way we did it tonight was probably exactly the way we needed to. I thought Rhode Island was a good football team coming in, and they are a good football team. And I think they were an exceptional football team offensively, presented a lot of problems, as you saw tonight. They certainly gave us a lot of problems. But tonight was just a great test of everything that we went through the last 6 months. We overcame a lot of adversity. I mean, here we are, we're up 21-7, and we're kind of in a really good rhythm, and then things kind of went off the rail a little bit, and there they go, and they take a 7-point lead against us, and we didn't flinch. Where a year ago, that would have been a case where we would have probably flinched a bit. And that's what our off season was about. And I'm very proud of those guys. I mean, the way they kept playing. I mean, we have a pick six right there. We have an interception in the end zone. We gave up some big plays defensively. I mean, some bonehead plays in the secondary, which is certainly something we have to fix. But I really love the way our guys looked and kind of stood right in the face of adversity and said, you know what? Not tonight, not this year. We're going to finish this thing out, and we did. We did. It's hard right there at the end. I mean, they measured, it was first down, then they say, oh, no. We measured again, it goes first down, and then they come back and they say, oh, no, we're going to review it. And I said, well, what were we doing while we measured it twice? What were they doing, sleep? And they had to crank up the truck or something? I don't know. But anyway, that was a little frustrating at the end, but got the first down and got the victory, and we're 1-0, and it feels good.
You talked about not flinching, which is something new this year. What do you think you attribute that to mostly? Is it maturity? You said you talked about it in the offseason.
We just had a tough offseason. I mean, we did some things that were really, they had to question whether they really loved the game of football and loved being here. And some guys, they chose to leave, of course, which is fine with me. I only want the guys that won't be here. But we had to do it. We had to do it in the offseason. We had to push them to the limit. We pushed ourselves as coaches because there was at times it was all of us as coaches, as players, as everybody. But that off season was great for us. Our camp was fantastic, and it showed it tonight.
You talked going into this game that the biggest thing when you're installing a new defense is making sure there's a line and assigned to everything. And some of this you're gonna have to see on the tape, but do you think some of that was what's contributing to some of the issues?
I tell you what. There were some times I saw a lot of confusion out there, which was, very concerning. Some looks over to the sideline, not knowing where to line up, adjustments, and that can't happen. I use the old principle: keep it simple, stupid. Let's go out there and let our players make plays, and maybe we have to do that a little bit. I can't really say at this point in time until I go back and really know exactly what the blunders were. I know on some of our pressures, we would have two people in a gap, and we'd have the ability to have the sack, and two guys are outside, and the quarterback steps up, delivers the throw, or scrambles out, and then we just have some blown coverages. We'll get those fixed. We've got to get those fixed. I think everybody on our football team knows exactly what we need to do. We had some personal fouls that were just foolish. One, we were actually blocking the guy about 20 yards downfield, and they called a personal foul. I was like, hey, man, he's 20 yards downfield blocking. I don't know what you want me to do. He said, we blew the whistle. But we've got to take care of those. I know right there at the end of the second quarter, we had three really bad mishaps. We had a drop snap. We had a false start that screwed us up offensively. And other than that, we were on track. And then we had a blunder there defensively. But we're going to work on those and get those things adjusted. The team grows between week 1 and week 2 and week 3, and we've got to get those things ironed out.
Coach, they got the ball with about 5 minutes left. They had some success, and you guys got a 3-and-out and got the ball right back, and were able to put the game away. Yeah. Anything in that? Any changes, or your guys were?
No, the whole night we were really close to getting them. The third down plays was what was, that's what was hurting us. We get on third down and 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 3 and something like that. And they pick up that first down, and we just played those downs really well that series. And it's just about being in the right place at the right time. I talk about sometimes just aligning is the most important thing you do as a defense. Just aligning correctly. and puts you in a position to make plays. And, without watching the film, I can't say for sure, but I would imagine we probably were aligned and ready to play in those downs.
You've seen rotate running backs in the past, but Marcus Carroll was the bell cow for you tonight. Was that just intentional, or was this just early you saw him have success? And because no other running backs really got any carries.
Marcus, he was strong. He was a strong running guy. I mean, strong all throughout the game. I never felt like he was winded. And we needed a strong running back. I don't know what he rushed for. 23 for 185, 8 yards of carry. 3 touchdowns. So yeah, he did a masterful job. He did a masterful job. And we'll see if 23 carries is about what he needs a game, and maybe 18. May need to get some few guys in there. But we put the most productive back in the game tonight.
Got efficient and explosiveness from Darren at quarterback. There's not a lot to dislike about his performance tonight.
Drop the snap. That ticked me off. And honestly, it was I wanted to catch the snap. I'm sorry, but it pissed me off. No, he did a masterful job. We dropped that snap. We had the penalty right there, and then he underthrew a little in route. But no, he did a great job all night. Should have had, he gained a little weight there in the off season, and he couldn't make some guys miss. There was a couple times I thought he could have doggone housed them. If he'd have been a little bit quicker. We may have to get him down. We had to drop him 10 pounds or so.
Early on, it looked like you were maybe having to pass to set up the run instead of the usual reverse. So was that something you saw plan?
Absolutely not. Our offense is predicated off what they give us. If it's hand the ball off, if they're giving us the look, then we hand the ball off. If it's not, we're throwing the football. So it's the defense that predicates what we do, not so much the play call.
A lot of your scores were from big plays, including defense with the interception return. Does that excite you about the potential of both offense and defense, that if there are some flaws here and there, you still have the potential to hit some big plays?
Big plays. I mean, when was the last time we had an interception return for a touchdown?
We had fumble returns for touchdowns last year.
That's not what I asked. Interception return for a touchdown. SID, Sports Information.
Quay had one at Coastal in 21.
Yeah.
Did we? When?
Quay in 21.
Quay in 21. John traded 21, wasn't it?
Yeah.
John traded 21.
Yeah,
That game was, shoot, I forget about that when we lost. But no, those are explosive plays. We have the ability. Our receiving core, they're fast, they're electric, and catch the ball, and it just shows you right there. I mean, we put a lot of emphasis on our special teams, and God, we should have had a block punt. And honestly, he was so quick on that punt that he runs in. He actually hits him right across the chest or the waistline, and he misses the ball because he's so early, which could have been a block punt for a touchdown. So, there's a lot of ability right there to make big plays. Hopefully that's going to continue. We're going to continue working on those. But awesome, like I said, the interception by Cody Jones in the end zone, and then I believe it's Pringle with the pick six. Mm-hmm. Those are fantastic. Those big pass plays, and I love seeing those explosives.
Are those coachable moments you talk about easier after a win?
Yeah. I mean, they are. You learn in so many different ways. Sometimes the struggle really gets your attention if you're mature enough to handle them and take the criticism when it comes. But yeah, it's more easy to go into after a win and correct and say, let's build upon it. Because let's be honest with you, nobody likes coming into the office on Monday after a loss. No player, no administrator, no athletic trainer, no coach. But you can come in, and it feels a little bit better to come in for a win and start correcting.
Going back to special teams, you emphasized that so much during the offseason. Cade had multiple kicks, and one inside of 20, averaging more than 47 yards per kick or per punt. What about special teams tonight? Did you, outside of that, the block punts, non-block punt, how do you think special teams performed overall for you?
I thought our special teams was right on point right there. We returned the football and kickoff returns tonight. We had an opportunity, I think, to have a little bit better of returns in that game right there. We should have had that block punt. That was going to be a huge play for us right there, and really unfortunate. You talk about adversity. We just thought we blocked a punt, recovered on whatever, the 30-yard line, and they said, no, roughing the punter because we hit him so early before he got the punt off. And you had to go, God, we just roughed the punter because he got there so early. But our special teams was on point. Cade did a nice job. Our kickoffs, for the most part, were really nice. We got to work on some positioning on those things, but I thought our special teams was nice tonight.
Have you ever had something like that where there's like one chain of the 10-yard marker? It just made a difference like that?
Come in my office. I got a picture of my office and it says a game of inches, and I got 2 different doggone first down yard markers. I got one against Michigan and South Carolina where they didn't give us the first down,
I've seen that on TV.
and I got one against Georgia where they did give us the first down, and both of them. So, you know, football is a game of inches. It is a game of inches.
When they marked him down, did you think, got it, don't got it?
When they marked him down, he had the first down.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm standing right there on the line, he falls over, I'm like, there's no way, and I said, saying, we're gonna review this, you know. But it baffled me that they give you the first down, and they say, no. We're gonna go back and we're gonna do it again, because the chain wasn't pulled tight enough. And then after that, they're gonna say, oh no, we're gonna review it. I don't know what was going on, but it took a long time to figure it out. I'm glad they figured it out. Glad we got the first down. They did, officials did a marvelous job.